Episode 297. Our little side adventure of doing all of the crafting and gathering quests up to level 60 for Heavensward is almost complete. At least for all of the classes that I have unlocked. Last one to do is going to be, of course, mining. Over in Ulda. Continuing with the pretend excuse that we're using these skills to craft some sort of super weapon for the upcoming fight. We've mastered botany and carpentry and alchemy, at least up to level 60. So now let's master mining. And I guess our pretend reason was that we were going to use whatever we mine up as a miner as the magical focus for our pretend crafted staff. Alchemoy, as I live and breathe, I don't suppose you'd be interested in a commission, would you? The guild just received a request from Sellswords and Ishgard. I know how that sounds, but it's a company that's been charged with doing a mineral survey, and they need an expert's eye. Their captain is in Uldan too, one who's familiar with the guild's way of doing things. Now, Ishgard's territory is untamed and dangerous, but it's worth it to go, but it's worth it to go, where no miner has gone before, and I urge you to accept. Then I can supply proof that you're a genuine guild member if you do. Having trouble reading today. Not just speaking, as I usually do, I always have trouble speaking. What I'm having trouble with today for some reason is actually the reading part of the reading. Putting the words into my brain. Maybe I'm tired. Oh well, we'll get through the episode one way or another. I take it you're the one to explore the mineral wealth of Ishgard? Excellent. All the mercenaries who sent for you are employed by one of the high houses. These papers will serve as proof of your position. Okay. Which high house is it gonna be? Which one are we dealing with this time? I'm gonna guess Durandare. Maybe Zamail. Which one was it that we did the Moogle stuff with? I think that was Zamail. But I'm gonna guess Durandare. As you will technically be employed by House for Toms. Okay. I didn't actually think it would be House for Toms because they're main quest stuff, you know? I think the courteous thing to do is to go to their manor and speak with the knight. The best of luck to you. Well, good. It feels like Fort Toms sort of gets shafted on the side quest front because they get main quest stuff. Which is a weird thing to say, because if they're main quest stuff, like, they're the high house you deal with. And that just means they're in the spotlight all the time, but considering how much time you spend doing side quests compared to the main quest, which is sometimes substantial, it feels like you sometimes forget. Well, you don't really get much dealings with House 4 Toms after the main story, other than when they appear in the main story again and again. I guess this is one example which disproves that you do get them in side quests. What brings an adventurer to our doorstep? Why that? To unlock this level 60 quest for the, I'm trying to think about this in terms of unlock route. To even get to this physical location, you would have to be a ward of House 4 Toms, right? I mean, you'd have to be at the point where they would greet you as a ward. Like, to even get inside the gate. You could ostensibly take on this quest before you even take on the main story. Like, you can do all the job quests, as long as you can reach a physical location for the expansion. So you could do all of this before you even meet Big Daddy, the Lord of House 4 Toms. What's his name again? Edmont? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but I guess it's just weird to me that any one of these knights that's just standing outside the house would not instantly recognize us. Of course, the expert from the Miners Guild. Welcome, miss, welcome. We'll just pretend that he doesn't recognize us in the miner getup. You are one of a very few outsiders. You are one of a very few outsiders with the honor of serving as for Tom's. Wait. Am I just having trouble reading this again? Or is this actually wrong grammar? Like one of the rare instances of wrong grammar in Final Fantasy XIV? Because they're usually on point about that. One of a very few outsiders. A very few outsiders. Plural outsiders. I don't know. Maybe I really am just too tired. Indeed, the Count has but recently seen fit to hire foreign sellswords for their experience and knowledge of other lands. I really gotta stop getting hung up on this stuff. I just need to get through the quest, cause I know these take longer than an hour. You are to work with Ocean's Raiders, one such company under our banner. Their captain, Heinrich, can be found between jobs at the Forgotten Knight. No doubt he is enjoying an excellent ale. Whatever his profession, I do think Heinrich a man of honor. I have even joined him for a cup at the Forgotten Knight. And again, hopefully not a whole lot of teleporting around this time. You know what, I forgot to use a turn to save on Gil. That would have been the time to use it. And even more so, hopefully that's spending money on the market board. Oh, you know what? Actually, that reminds me. The reason I couldn't gather what I needed to gather in the last episode, and I ended up having to use a market board, was because I wasn't in my homeworld, and you can only do this gathering thing when you're at your homeworld, the special timed nodes or whatever. Which I guess makes sense, since, I guess, you can't just like go between worlds and then instantly get the same thing by getting the node to respawn. You'd have to like only get it once per day cycle. So the question becomes if I want to play on my homeworld and just gamble on getting the right timing of whatever I need to gather being available at the right time, like while I'm playing, and not waiting too long. Or if I want to stay in a world like this data center, where it's much easier to get something from the market board. I think I'd rather do the latter, rather than risk the 24-hour cycle. Do I owe you money or something? Right, gotta stop getting hung up on stuff. Just do the quest. You're the one come to help us with the mineral survey. Pleasure to have you, my friend. I'm Heinrich, captain of Ocean's Raiders. You'll like working with us, me and the lads. We take pride in what we're doing. Wars are lost for want of resources as often as for want of valor, and we can't all be dragon slayers. That attitude's won us the Count's trust, so when the jobs come down from Heavensward Homes, I'm the one who decides how they get done. Which is to say, my word's the only one that matters. Oh, the foreman. Incredible. We've got like this archetype in Final Fantasy XIV. These guys are miners, but they look like knights, but they do fit the role of like what I'm dressed as actual miners with a foreman and everything. Are you willing to take orders from me? Do miners have a foreman or is that just like construction? Well, whatever. Ah, good lass. Of course I'll keep you clear of monsters and the like. Oh, he is actually a knight. Well, I guess he's a knight and a knight/miner, which I guess you have to be in a world like Final Fantasy XIV, considering all of those monsters hang out in the mines. Patrol's got a nasty habit of finding us raiders. The time might come when you've got to swing a pickaxe in self-defense. There's all manner of wild beasts out there, even to the captain and me. You just worry about not pissing your own britches, haha. Excuse him, Komoy. He's just young and stupid. Very, very stupid. He's so new to this life that he's almost got eggshells stuck to his fat little head. So we call him Hatchlin. Wow. What great characters already. Captain's got fun nicknames for us all. Tradition, he calls it. So what's yours to be? You're professor or something, right? So what about professor? Yeah, we're professor. We're the smart type. Bloody simple, isn't it? But that'll make for easy remembering. Alright, professor it is. and that wraps up your initiation. We've nothing to do for the time being. The job will come down from House 4 Top soon enough, though, so make yourself ready for when it does. And that's the introductory quest done, I guess. I guess in Japanese I'd call us Hakase. That might have a slightly different connotation compared to professor, as it does in English. Maybe. I don't actually know. Might just mean like expert or something, Hakase. I mean, depending on the context. While as an English professor is more like, well, academic. But I guess we are the expert here because we're a level 50 minor. Or at least you would be taking this on at the time of release. As if that matters. What do we get from this? Oh, something about like the hidden stuff, the same thing that we got on Botanist. Professor, we've gotten a job from House 4 Tops. Are you ready for your first time out with the Raiders? Good, good. We're going to survey the Western Highlands and see if we can't find any veins of Mithrite. I'll need you to dig samples from the area and see if there's enough ore to mine proper. We'll meet at the south end of Black Iron Bridge. Me and the lads will go ahead and clear out some of the monsters before you get there. Don't keep us waiting too long. Remember, at the south end of Black Iron Bridge, and I wouldn't stray too far from the path if I were you. Okay, this time they do actually have flavor, at least sort of. It's not just like complete repeats of what they just had. In any other quest, we'd be doing the opposite. We'd be the adventurers clearing out the monsters in preparation for some random NPCs to do some survey work or something. Oh, how the tables have turned. That just means we're a jack of all trades. Which I guess means we should be doing the clearing out the monsters and the mining and everything. But we can't do everything at once. No, it's up here. There they are. I like this. Everyone's gonna have these nicknames. Again, I did this quest on my main character, but don't exactly remember what's going on here. The list nickname thing, maybe I remember. Very slightly. You're the one they called Professor? It's your first time out, Professor. Don't muck it up. Glad you joined us, Professor. Lads, stop your gobs. Ah, wish I could see everyone. Well, I guess I can zoom out. Hatch and keep watch. I don't want anything taken us unawares. Muscles. Scout out what routes could be used for taking the hall back to Ishgard. I want the pros and cons of each too. All of you keep up your guard. And don't get cocky. That goes double for you, Hatchlin. They instantly have personality just through their nicknames, I guess. Professor, start digging for Mithrite down by the Gorgane Holden. Come back here when you've pulled a few bits of ore out of the ground. 10 chunks will be proof of Mithrite in these outcroppings, and that'll be enough for House 4 Tops to develop the area. Now Raiders, to your duties. I guess we're like the only actual miner here. Oh wait. Flavor. I'll watch your back, Professor. None of us get paid if you fail. So I promised the captain I'd keep you safe. We just need the ore, right? So it can be anywhere. 51 to here. Mithrite is hidden. I kind of like that. It sort of makes sense. And I didn't know where Gorgania was. We went there during the main story. Just didn't have a good idea of like how big the circle was around Gorgania. It's kind of fitting that they made this a hidden node, and the story so far is about you trying to just prove that it exists there. It's a good use of the game mechanics, I guess. There we go. Oh hey, and they're actually just out here. That's fun. Like right next to the nodes even. That's good attention to detail. Just give me the crystals then, if they're not here. We'll save our GP so that we can get all the stuff through one node. Still no. I guess I don't really have to clear out these ice crystals. But again, as long as I'm trying to roll the dice on this hidden node or whatever, then there's always the chance that it just doesn't show up on any of the nodes and I have to respawn them by mining them. But no, it's just right there. Okay, so do this. And this. I think that's maximum chance. That's actually more than enough. What do these guys have to say? Yes. That's it. I mean, it's fair. I'm the one that came over and talked to him. He's busy with his own stuff. Walking up to him like he has something to say to me. We're just here to mine ore. Nothing else to say. And on that note, we aren't just mining ore. This is a pretty straightforward quest so far. But it's already fun enough because these characters are, well, I don't know. There's just something about the way that they treat each other. It's very human, I guess. Have you found 10 bits of Mythrite? Can't go home till you do. Everyone can go home, don't worry. They can go home twice with 20 bits of Mythrite. Huh. I'd say it was well worth the trouble of hiring a proper miner from Uldaar. Chem, we got wounded. Okay, there's the story. It's not just gonna be straightforward. Muscles, get him to Falcon's Nest. Camp Rivers meet, Rivers meets. Rivers meets. It is, I mean that's proper grammar, I'm just like getting tripped up here. The name is Camp Rivers meet, and then apostrophe S. It's just hard to pronounce for me for some reason. Camp Rivers meets closest, but that's more trouble than it's worth. Surveying sounds like a safe enough task when you've got an army, but we don't have an army. It's a miracle we didn't lose any men this time around. Ah, but that's a sellsword thought, isn't it? It feels like this story is going to be more about the sellswords rather than the mining, which is actually fun. Similar to the whole consulting alchemist thing that we did for the inspectors. See, knights are brave, honorable people. All compete to see who's bravest and most honorable. They'll throw themselves into dragonfire to win honor in the eyes of the high houses. But not a one of them will jump for this kind of work, so they'll find someone what's willing to do it, and pass it off to them. Sometimes that's their own man, and sometimes it ain't. Cam, are you saying one of ours could have been killed because those nobles think themselves too bloody good for the work? No, that's the long and short of it, but Hatchlin, I'm the one who offered up the raider services. The work's dangerous, but we wouldn't favor doing it. And House Fortomps, they're fair-minded folk. They will give us better when the time comes. But to get to it, we've got to be able to put our swords forward, no matter what. And that's how you become how you become successful as a sellsword. Shite business, if you ask me. If you can get out, by all means, get out. None of my lads came to this life willingly. Some drifted into it, others came tumbling down to it. There's one as took to crime and lost his home. Another lost a lover and needed a new home. There's only one breed of strays I don't take. Them would want a place to die. Wow, the writing here is already... It just feels, again, very human, the way he's talking about his people and, like, all the places they came from. They're bad for business, and bad for company. So tell me, Hatchlin, why are you here? I came because I want glory, and a name. I want to win myself one of them. Wrong sodden place for you then, but I'll keep you. You're not half bad with a blade. Well, let's get back to Ishgard. I'd kill for a hot bowl of soup after it's cold. A hot bowl of soup. That's also very human. Let's get some ourselves. Well, I guess we're trying to be on a budget here. And speaking of, I guess we can return. Oh, to save 100 gil. Do they serve soup, like, as an item over here? Do they even sell things here? I don't actually know. Like actual things that can be bought. Not like this guy. This is just like weapons for game stuff. They sell a bunch of claymores and stuff here. I guess for the Dark Knight, obviously. But they don't actually sell soup here, do they? What a shame. Seems our wounded lad will make a full recovery, Professor. Fast enough to join us the next time out, even. Really, I'm blessed to have this lot. Hells, even Hatchlin's a better sword than I was at his age. Anybody would keep honing your instincts, eh? Our next job's like to be harder and harder and dirtier than this one. And you'll want to be sharp for it. I guess I made the mistake. I didn't really read properly that these guys weren't miners whatsoever. They're just a bunch of knights, but I guess, I don't know, the impression that I got, obviously because I was projecting or something, the impression that I got from these guys, the way that they talk to each other, just felt like a bunch of miners working in the mines, getting all buddy-buddy or something. At least that trope, or I think that's a trope. That stereotype in media. Okay, here we go. The one that gives us the hidden notes thing. Professor, I was just looking for you. Tell me, where do you find quality titanium? Well, I'll have to consult my menu. Maybe I should start at the beginning. House for Tom's is to take the van in a new offensive against the Dravanians, alongside the Temple Knights. No, but we're at peace. I guess this is just part of peacekeeping. I mean, obviously this is just written for before you actually make peace with the dragons, but I guess there's always battles with some part of Nidhogg's horde that remains. Where was I? Did I read this? I guess I read this. Tis a risky gambit, and they'll need the very best gear to succeed. Blades that won't blunt against dragon scale, and armor that'll withstand Dravanian claws. Normal metal just won't cut it. Which takes me back to titanium. The smithies tell me it's the only metal that'll serve, and they need a proper reserve to armor all the knights. So do you happen to know where we might find a goodly vein of ore? Your expression's telling me you don't. Well, it's a good thing I'm prepared then. Here, this is a sample of titanium ore. Take that to your guildmaster, and see if she can tell you anything. I feel like we've had to do this every single quest so far, haven't we? I feel like, I'm pretty sure, like I know that, like job quests like this, there are different people that write the different job quests, and the person that wrote the job quest for the Dark Knight was pretty famous, like in the community or whatever, for how well that was written. And I'm pretty sure some of these at least, these crafting and gathering quests are written by different people, at least it feels like it. But they all seem to follow the same sort of structure, because at this same exact point, around like the halfway mark or something, all of these guys send us back to our guildmasters as if to involve them, like one more time. It happened every time for all of them so far. Maybe the writers are different, but they were all like following the same recipe laid out by some sort of higher up decision or something. I don't know. I guess doing all of these things back to back kind of points out that structure. Or these could all be very well written by the same person, I don't know. Well, even if they were, I guess if they were written by the same person, they wouldn't have the same structure because a person writing for different job quests would probably try to diversify the way that they feel. So it's probably more likely that they are just all part of like a template that they had to write towards or like a structure they had to follow. Whether or not they were written by one person or several people. Again, I really have to stop getting hung up on this stuff. I just have to get through this quest. Komori, gods, it feels like an age since we last spoke. An age? I guess so. Because I'm always rambling about stuff that doesn't matter. I should have been here like 20 minutes ago. Tell me, how are you enjoying prospecting up north? You must have a tale or two. Look at this titanium. More titanium is this? Oh. Why does no one ever just come to visit with me? I mean, sorry. I guess I'm just in a hurry. All work and no play for the Guildmaster. Let me take a look at Alberta. There's something about this here sample. Wide Gully, that was a character. I really enjoyed the Wide Gully story, the little rivalry. I almost forgot he was a thing until he just like spoke up right now. But he was standing here the entire time. It's a shame he's only like involved in this one part, I assume. Work, work, work. Is that all you can think of? God, it's the two of you. Fine, take it. I'm also forgetting what kind of voice I imagined Wide Gully having, but it doesn't matter. Komori, you're in need of a location to mine more of these, yes? The thing is, I've seen the same ore before. 'Twas back when I was little, more in a cup. Someone brought it to father for appraisal. The hunter who found it while working in the Javanian forelands. Father had never seen its like before, but he recognized it as titanium. I tell you, this sample is a spitting image of that one. I am glad you were looking so closely, Wide Gully. I remember now. Deep Canyon did tell me of that ore, and said it was extremely pure. And if the hunter found it in the Javanian forelands, the reserve may well be there. That said, titanium is rare, and the hunter may have just found it by chance. But go and see what you can dig up. If you do find a vein, maybe that'll help settle my debt to you. What, you still going on about that? We're even. Even all I owe you for helping with my father. I'm hoping I've been of help to you. If you find a vein of titanium ore in the Javanian forelands, do let me know. Sorry, we're only coming back here if the quest tells us to come back here. All work and no play. Oh wait, could I? No, I couldn't. It's better to use the free return, more efficient, when you're traveling from far away. But there's no way of knowing where this quest is going to take me without actually like looking it up. Right. Professor, have you found out anything? In the Javanian forelands, eh? Then the deposits like to be in the Chocobo Forest. Hunters don't leave the area for fear of the dragons. Of course, 2 chunks of titanium don't mean a proper load. But it's a good lead, and I'm willing to bet on it. Tis time to summon the lads. We'll see you in the Chocobo Forest, Professor. Okay, that one was a repeat. I like that pose though. Summon the lads. For some reason that made me think of Beastmaster. I guess Beastmaster summons the lads, kind of. If you consider the beasts as lads, which I guess maybe they are. There we go. Beastmaster still isn't out yet, and we haven't really heard news about it or when it's fully releasing, or have we? Did they say it was coming out in 7.5? Because they didn't really talk about it at all for 7.4, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be 7.4. So it's got to be 7.5, that's like the only time it can come out. I'm pretty sure. I guess it could be like 7.45 or 7.55 even, or something. Unless it's like delayed. But I don't think it can be delayed, anyway. Yes? Haha, right. Okay, yeah. Again, I just walk up to Muscles like he's got something to say to us, but no. My fault. We was waiting for you, Professor. Good, that's a lot of us raiders. The lads have all got their orders, so let's get to it. Cam, I don't understand. Why aren't you having the raiders what know the lay of the land guard our flank? Why? Why? That's a good question, actually. Muscles, you take the perimeter. Wait, what was he saying? Why aren't you having the raiders what knows the lay of the land guard our flank? Oh, because some of these guys, like, know this area? I see. Alright, Professor, you know the drill. If you can find 10 samples of titanium hereabouts, that'll be proof enough of a good load of ore neath these trees. Hatchet, hang back with me. I'll need a runner if I need to change my orders. Now lads, move out. I'm doing my best to help out the captain. He'll have a much worse nickname for me if I muck it up. Believe you me. Yeah, they'll call you Muck. Is that a better nickname than Hatchling? Muck? I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Muck. I guess it's just like in this area, right? Let's just farm the closest one. And if we see some NPCs around here, that'll tell us like it's the right area. Okay, I guess I can look it up. There it is. Right, it's the hidden one. And yeah, it is just this area, so okay. No titanium. Guess it's on the other side. There we are. No titanium. I guess we can do a little bit of farming for this. Oops, that's not what I meant to use. We'll have enough GP to spend on the actual things later. I guess I could also use the excuse rather than saying we're getting some kind of ore for our pretend crafted super weapon, that we're using our mining experience to get these crystals, which are required in all crafts, basically. And you can also get crystals through botany, but this makes more sense, like, logistically, getting crystals through mining. Like, logically, even. Alright, so do that. And this, I guess. Yeah, that's our new excuse. We're not saying we're getting some kind of catalyst or whatever, some sort of super magical ore or whatever. We're just saying we're getting crystals required for our craft. And while we're doing it, we're also doing a job for these guys, I guess. Right, I guess he wouldn't have anything to say until we progress the quest. At least nothing different to say. Have you found the 10 chunks of ore? Can you find them? Yeah. We found almost 20. Only going home once this time. Or 1.9 times? Whatever. Huh. You've rightly earned your pay today, Professor. This ore proves there's a load of titanium here worth mining. And the lads have come through with little more than a scratch on them. I'll have my head held high when I tell the count. Slow down, Captain. Muscles ain't come back yet. Said he was going to clear the road home, and went off on his lonesome. I've given Muscles leave to do as he sees fit. The man's never been beat by monsters or men, and his service record's spotless. He can handle himself just fine. Why do you keep me on a bloody leash then? I've never been beaten by monsters neither. Aye, and if that holds true for 10 name days, I'll think on it. But if I let you off the leash now, you're like to get killed. You're just too young, Hatchling. Says you, Captain. Again, great dynamic. Very likable. Yep, there's Muscles. Just fine. The monsters are no more. They will not come again for a time. That's a good man, Muscles. Now let's get back to Ishgard. You can always count on Muscles. I only just met him, but I can always count on him. Can we? I'm not going to wait 40 seconds. especially because it only costs 152 gil. I've been trying to think of what color this hat should be, the miner hat. Like if I'm keeping this outfit blue, which I'm pretty much settled on, I want this outfit to be blue. The hat as blue doesn't necessarily blend in well, or rather it blends in not looking well with the blue outfit. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but I just made it black because black pretty much goes with anything. But maybe there's a better color that better matches blue and still looks proper, like a proper miner look. This might be the closest I can get to. Again, I have to stop doing this. I keep getting sidetracked by useless things that just cross my mind. But I guess that's the experience. That's just playing the video game. It's a pretty relaxed affair. Heavensward Thomas was right pleased with what we did today, and that thanks is owed to you. My raiders are running like a proper army these days. Everyone understands their place and does their duty. Even Hatchland. The lad's got a bright future. If I can buff the edges off of him. Yeah, it does seem like that was the thing they were doing, or the thing he was doing, trying to train him up for leadership or something. The young, eh? A bunch of cocky arses. I've seen more than a few lose their lives over stupid quarrels of honor. Not worth worrying over the dead, is it? Any old professor, there'll be new war coming. Till then, just keep on mining. And now we got the all-important skill. And the next mission. We've got new marching orders, Professor. This time we're to explore some uncharted land, and see if there's anything of mineral value beneath it. Problem is, this land's in the Trevanian hinterlands, just beyond the Horde. And they're not overly fond of us, in case you forgot. Now you may be wondering how we landed this job. Some don't take kindly to Heavensward Thomas' success, or our successes. These people are demanding ridiculous things now, and the Countess called on us to deliver. But it's all not bleak news, or it's not all bleak news. The word is that there's a little settlement of venturers sprung up in the hinterlands. The lads and I will go on ahead, and see if they'll let us set up camp there. We'll meet in the Maker's Quarter. Ought to be safe enough there. Just come when you're ready. That one night, talked to going by airship, but I told him none of us needs cotton. But be careful of the dragons all the same. Once you've gotten your tools together, come to the Maker's Quarter. And I guess here's an instance of where you'd actually have to get through the, I guess it's faster to go here. You have to get through the main quest to actually take on this part of the optional quest. To actually physically reach this location. Because the way through here is blocked until you can actually, accept the main quest that unblocks it. I'm pretty sure it's like blocked by like a rock slide or something. Or rather that the door is just blocked. The door leading over into the hinterlands over here. So at this point, you'd definitely be recognized by, like, Heavensward Thomas as a ward. But I guess at this point you're also not really working with the Knights of Heavensward Thomas. You're just kind of deep in with the lads, or whatever. Whatever they call themselves, the Cobalt whatever. I just call them the lads. Or buddy-buddy like that. After 3 quests. Were they Mithril? What were they again? This is gonna bother me. I'm sure they'll say their names at some point, again. Or they won't. And I'll get over it. We only really get 3 nicknames, though. I mean, everyone has a nickname, but they're all just, like, nameless NPCs. But they're like the same guys, like this bald guy. This one's baldy, I guess. Is that rude? Is that rude to say, but he's the only bald one here, so... Okay, yeah, that's his fun nickname. Maybe he doesn't like it, but... What about this guy? What's this guy's nickname? He looks kinda tired. Like he pulled an all-nighter. Let's call him Nightwatch. A decidedly cooler nickname than the rest of these guys, I don't know. Although Muscles is probably the coolest nickname. It's short and to the point. And this guy... Is he shorter than Hatchling? No, Hatchling is shorter. I was gonna call him Shorty, even though me and the accompanying naturalist are both shorter than him. Maybe we still call him Shorty because he used to be the shortest guy in the crew, up until Hatchling joined, but then they still call him Shorty because the name stuck. Yeah. So we got Shorty, Baldy, and Nightwatch. Professor, I'm right glad to see you made it here safely. Oh wait, I forgot to talk to the accompanying naturalist. To get that guy's flavor text, whatever. Now to work. The Holy Sea's got no idea what's here. Could be dirt, or it could be gold. So we're here to find out what minerals are beneath the ground. Again, can't read today. My friend here is a proper naturalist. We've got a professor already, so I've taken to calling him Rocky. Damn it. You should have swapped that around. We should be Rocky, and he should be the professor. I can't believe this. Two academics. We're moving up in the world, lads. His name better change next time we see him. Now Rocky'll need something to examine. Taking it up's your job, Professor. Get a few samples, we should do it, and bring him back here to me. Godspeed. Oh, where did, I thought Hatchin would stay behind. My life's work has been the study of minerals. Why, you might even say I mine them for secrets. Forgive me, my lady. I'm a bit nervous. It's my first time out in the field. Don't worry, Rocky. We'll get used to it. Why 3 places? Rocky told me we'd be best. Just don't be tardy, eh? I also forgot to talk to Hatchling and Muscles. Of course, Muscles would just say yes, again. We already know this, but Hatchling would have something to say. So I missed out on that flavor. Unless I, quit the quest and... Nah. I guess it's fine. You know what? Just for the flavor. We're wasting both time and gil here. But this is how we can get the dialogue, I guess. Let's actually do this. Oh, right. What a stupid way to spend my day. But I want that flavor. I already know this is going to take over an hour based on the track record of the other crafting and gathering quests. Although we are on the level 58 quest already. I'm pretty sure this is faster. Like going to here, then going to here. Pretty sure. All of this for the flavor text. I guess the accompanying naturalist might have something fun to say. Based on what he said just now, his stupid little pun. Some kind of beeping going on outside. Like a truck backing up or something. Or like a forklift backing up. Probably not a forklift, but whatever makes the same noise that a forklift does when it backs up. It's kind of crazy, the way it's just sort of on that pillar. It's almost like it's floating. All of Idleshire could just collapse at any second. But I'm sure the Charlians that built over that land knew what they were doing. They're smart people. Ah, well met, my dear lady. Hamrick practically sang your praises all the way here. Okay. That was worth it. Not really. What the hell, so the noble Sinkin send us into danger like this? There's only so many of us raiders. Okay. That's at least good flavor. It's like worth the perspective that Hatchling has at this point in the story, I guess. Yes. And of course, that makes it all worth it, legitimately. Getting the yes for muscles. The yes question mark. I guess they're also out in the world here somewhere. Oh wait, we're not actually doing mining this time. We're investigating. I guess we'll mine later. Well, this is good. This means the NPCs and their flavor text are going to be right next to these points. Or at least in the area. Gotta find mussels and gotta find hatchling. Unidentifiable ore from the mining point. I think they should be here. At least one of them, right? Where is that last one? And I guess there were no NPCs around here. Oh, there it is. Are they really not around? Maybe they went to like different parts of the map. By which I mean they're not like in different parts of the map, they're just in lore. They went like split up in different directions. And therefore just like not anywhere near here. Which is to say they're not actually like in the physical game world to talk to. Not until we progress the quest and they respawn back next to Heinrich. Still the same thing. We technically did advance the quest step, so I thought he might have something different. But not this time. Have you found something? Unidentifiable ore, at least unidentifiable by us. Never before have you seen such luster in an ore. Though in your short time in the realm, you have yet to see much of Eorzea's ore. That's my professor. Now Rocky, earn your keep. What are these samples? Again, this would make more sense if we were Rocky, and he was professor, because he's investigating the ore and we're the ones... whatever. Dear me. These all contain hard silver. It's a metal worth twice its weight in gold. Why, if you dig but a little deeper, you might well find a mountain of the stuff. Huh, that's music to my ears, Professor. Let's see if we can't prove there is a mountain beneath our feet. You know what to do. Find me 10 chunks of ore. Alright, now that's identified. Hard silver. And we can use our new skill over... Is that the same location we were just in? I guess that makes sense. Logistically speaking, logically speaking. Bless my soul, my dear lady. Hard silver. This is the right area, right? I guess it's like right next to the area we were just in. Oh, there they are. Yes. Yeah, I know. That is a sharp drop. Good eye. Good eye, shorty. It's an even sharper drop for you, because you're so short, and therefore you'd hit the ground after a longer amount of time. I realize I'm saying this, like, literally talking up to him, but still. His nickname is Shorty, so we gotta make fun of his size. Do we need this for... I haven't done this week. I need to do the delivery stuff. Or delivery stuff. How do I... timers... It'd be Zoe. But she's looking for rainbow pigment, which is way over in the forelands, actually. I'll do that later. So yeah, we don't need these coin things. Don't need any of this. And actually, we've been pretty good on the lock, so I don't think I actually have to farm this stuff. Or not farm, like, get rid of these things so that we can find the actual thing we're looking for. I'm actually realizing that these are all like all the slots are taken up, so we can't use a skill that reveals a hidden node. I guess the other reason to get rid of these is so that I can actually find the next closest spot on the map. In the right area. Okay, guess now it's worth trying. But it might just be the map again. You know what, maybe I need to take the map and... I guess I still haven't, like, properly tested that out, have I? Like, if I get rid of this, right. Get rid of... where is it? Get rid of this. Because I think these are on a timer or something, so once you mine it, it shouldn't respawn. And I guess we might as well get rid of this entire node. Meaning that it shouldn't appear in these other nodes, I think. Which means that slot is open for hard silver. Okay, yeah. Maybe I just got lucky here, but maybe that does actually like prove my point. Oh wait. Crap. Damn it. I was too busy thinking about something else. Thinking about the stupid wyvern skin map or whatever that I forgot. I need to use skills to actually get the amount we needed. Okay, well at least this gave me the chance to disprove this thing I was thinking about. We can actually get more of these, or rather... we can only like get them when we have an empty slot. I guess these aren't on a timer, not these ones. I'm pretty sure like the current maps, the ones that are like at level at the time of release or whatever, those ones should be on a timer. I don't actually know how they work though. I never really got into that game. Oh wait, so these are on a timer, okay. So I can't get rid of these and open up that slot for the Quicksilver. It doesn't work that way. But I do need to get rid of this node, so I guess I should have been doing this after all. We're learning stuff. We're learning stuff about the mechanics, I guess. Not that I have to. It's really just a waste of time, isn't it? I'm pretty sure there's only like these 4 nodes, right? There might be like 2 more in a different cluster. No, wait, this is different. Didn't see this before. And that's hatchling. The job's bound to be dangerous, Professor. Watch your back, eh? Okay, so here we go. Use this. And yeah. Not that I have to anymore. Didn't have to use that last skill. I should have used it in the first place. But now we've got 20. And that means everyone can go home twice again. Are they in the same spot as last time? I guess they are. Guess I'm just tired. Can't even remember where I was on the map. That's the same. If there's no hard silver to be had, that's fine, Professor. Just don't dally. A Dravanian patrol might swing through here any moment. Here you go. You're a wonder, Professor. Well, Raiders, let's pack up and get the hells out of here. That's right, they were called Oshan's Raiders. They weren't Cobalt or anything like that there. They were Oshan's Raiders. Don't know why I thought there was like an O in their name. Captain, we were attacked by mechanical men. Manhattan gave chase. What? He didn't go by himself, did he? He did. That stupid, stupid boy. If he comes back alive, I'll beat him bloody. Alright, he came back alive. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Captain. We don't need to fear them monsters no more, though it weren't easy putting them down. You arrogant little arse. I told you not to run off on your own. Didn't that penetrate your thick skull? What choice I have, Captain? They're making for the camp. 'Twas us or them. Then why not warn us? Was your link pearl broke? Don't tell me you didn't have the time. But Captain, fine. I'm sorry. No bloody good deed goes unpunished in this swiven company. We're done here. Get yourself home to Ishkar, Professor. I'll see you there. Still 70 seconds on that. I guess we're making pretty decent time. If I didn't screw around as much as I did, just like talking about random stuff, we probably could have finished this episode on time for once. And especially if I didn't waste time getting the flavor dialogue. But that was critical. We had to get the yes from Muscles. Professor, thank you for today. You always do what I ask of you. Keep a level head and get your job done. Sorry about that business with Ashlyn. Shouldn't have been so hard on the boy. I just want him to grow up proper. Like my little brother should have. He was a raider too. Looked a fair bit like Hatchlin, as it happens. But he's long gone. I'll bet everyone and their mother has got a sad story, eh? There's sure to be a new job coming for long. I'll just drown me troubles till then. What did we just get? Yield from Boone. I see. Right, that skill. Professor, you've earned quite the reputation as a miracle miner, and you've carried Oshan's raiders to fame on your back. Angelin, not trying to worm yourself from a job, not trying to worm yourself a job from this fine night, are you? No, Captain. Just came in at the same time, that's all. He wants a word. Allow me to congratulate you on your latest conquest in the hinterlands. Oshan's raiders are on the lips of every noble. Moreover, your successes have lent weight to the Count's message. Thank you, my lord. But did you come down here just to pay us compliments, or do you have work? Ever the enterprising fellow, I see. Yes, I do have work. The Holy See has begun to speak of mining in earnest. You have been mentioned by name. Huh. We are working our way up in this world. There is one caveat, however. Housefort Toms cannot promise you any soldiers or workers. You must needs go to the hinterlands unaided, as per the terms of our previous arrangement. Suits me just fine, sir. Ken, why in the seven hells did? Helsed. You agree to that? Pronunciation. I'll get it eventually. Captain, why in the seven hells did you agree to that? Wasn't the last time, or Or wasn't last time dangerous enough for you? Too dangerous to be honest. But the better we make Heavensward Tom's look, the more we'll profit in the long run, even if it means taking jobs like this. Profit? Long run? Captain, they're just fobbing us off, using us for their games. The hell's with this? I've done my level best to raise him proper, and that's what I get for my trouble. Big-headed arse. Can't find work if you explode just cause you hear something you don't like. But I'll worry about him later. We've got a job to do. We're looking to mining around Idleshire, a bit further back in the hinterlands than last time. Come quick as you can, Professor. Have you never heard of Idleshire, Professor? 'Tis a little settlement just back behind the Javanian hinterlands. Shouldn't have too much trouble finding us there. Directly there this time? Yeah, directly there. I'm pretty sure Hatchling is supposed to be the one that the player characters are... Not player characters, see? The one the players are supposed to think is like in the right here. That he's like got the understanding of like what's going on with all this danger or whatever. Because it seems like Heinrich is maybe going too gung-ho into this, despite all of his experience, I don't know. No, not even a yes. Something's wrong here. Sorry, Professor. Job's off. Monsters attacked us, just as we were setting up. 2 raiders were badly wounded in Hatchling. Hatchling's gone missing. The lad flew into a rage and gave chase to the monsters. We've no idea where he went. We don't even know where to start searching. And to top it all off, it's just me and Muscles. Just my brother all over again. I can't leave Hatchling for dead. I just can't. I can't. Get a hold of yourself. Focus on finding someone to help us. I kinda like this one. And we'll deliver it with a slap, I'm imagining. We jump up and slap him. Thank you, Professor. You're right. Acting like that won't accomplish nothing. Can't save Hatchling unless we know where he is. So we find where he is. Some folk around here may have seen him. What was her... Midnight Dew. Aye, that's their leader. You learn what she knows. Me and Muscles will see what we can find on our own. Alright, you get to that, Muscles. Stop wasting time, Professor. Find out what Midnight Dew knows. I guess it was obvious this was going to happen, like some big accident. The way that Hatchling kept on bringing it up, the danger and all that. One of Heinrich's men has gone missing. That's terrible. Of course I'll help. As a matter of fact, a scout saw a lad legging it towards the ruling quarter not a bell past. But ever since the last venturer went in and never came back, we keep away from the place. We haven't even gotten a good sense of what's there. Only one who passes through theirs, Sagabi merchant. He may be able to help, but I don't know that he will. See, he's a greedy little bugger, and he'll hardly speak a word till he's gotten paid. Last time I tried to deal, he demanded adamantite ore. Can't give you a myth, I say. What does that mean? Can't give you a myth. I guess she's saying, I can't lie to you, something like that. And the bastard tells me to mine it myself in Azzy's law, whoever or whatever that is. To be honest, I reckon he just won't treat with me. Wish I could be more helpful, lass. Here, let me ask about a bit. See if I can't find something else he wants. Adamantite ore. Why is the goblin merchant so obsessed, I wonder? He said something about Azzy's law, but what is that? A thing? A place? A person? Alright. Well, we could go to Azzy's law on our homeworld and try to mine this. I'm not even gonna chance like that we're even close to the Eorzean hour that it has to be for us to mine that. Because Because I already know that this is going to be exactly that. So let's just go straight to the market board and buy it there. And hopefully they are selling it for a reasonable price. Adamantite. No. Maybe in like a different world. I mean, that was like a fair price, but it was being sold in bulk. I think last week, which was like the last time I was recording this, recording for this game, recording the last episode, I seem to recall looking up this adamantite ore and trying to find out the price, like on the market board in a few different worlds. I think I must have settled on the idea that I could buy it from somewhere in Dynamis. Right, I have to actually change worlds. That's why I came here. But yeah, I don't remember what the price actually was in like the different worlds that I checked. That was about the limit of what I could do for planning for an episode, just checking the prices on the market board. I think I must have checked like Excalibur and Exodus and probably stopped around there after checking like 2 or 3 worlds. Ah, someone's playing some music. Where is that coming from? Under the bridge? How fun. This guy's kind of dressed like, I don't know, Thanksgiving or something, like a pilgrim. That's a fun little thing to do, like playing music under the bridge and dressing up like that. Two unrelated things, dressing up for Halloween and playing music under the bridge, but I don't know. It's just like a weird sight to find. Or not dressing up for Halloween, dressing up for Thanksgiving. Right. Well, this is no better. I would pay for 3 at that price, but there wasn't 3 at that price. Maybe I should buy the 1 and then, like, check other worlds, but there might just be 3 being sold for a cheaper price somewhere else. And Exodus. I guess we can try Behemoth too. If I do have to mine this myself, I guess I can do that. I'm not going to spend 40,000 gil on this. But I might spend 10,000. I don't know. Let me try one more world. I might just be wasting a lot of time here. I mean, I am wasting a lot of time. But I can always just come back here to Exodus after like 1 or 2 more worlds. I'll try Behemoth and maybe Ultros or something. Usually the worlds that have the highest population, I'm pretty sure those are the ones that have the cheapest prices. Or the most fair prices, I guess. And I would think that the ones that are at the top of the list tend to be more populated. What's that dress? Well, that works for me. Okay. Now what's this? Which one is that? Southern Seas swimsuit. Oh, that's a swimsuit with... I see, you're combining a swimsuit with a skirt to make a dress. That's pretty clever. Nice. Alright, and we can press this now. This used to be like not a button. Let's see, Thavnerian sandals, of course. Other ring bands, and... Stablemaid's hat. Alright, we just go straight back now. When you get the stablemaid's hat, is that like gathering gear? It was like level 12, so maybe. Which way is... Fishcaw, Uplander wants help. Then Uplander gives me present of adamantite ore from Azzy's Law. Well, I don't know where it came from, but here's your ore. I've read of adamantite in book, but think it just Uplander imaginings. Thank you, friend. You're a good gobby friend. I will help find missing Uplander. When I'm passing through ruling quarter, I hear sound of feet. See man holding sword. I will guide you and your friends there. This is sort of like a weird way to end the quest. Like using your mining to barter. Which is at least like... It's different, I guess. But the weird thing about it is that... Well, it's sort of like an urgent situation and you're going all the way, if you are mining it for yourself, all the way to like the other side of the world to just make a deal with a guy. While someone is dying or bleeding out or something. That goblin was singing your praises, Professor. Said you gave him some legendary ore. I'm not really sure what you did, but thank you. He told us what he saw, or told us that he saw Hatchland running about the ruin quarter. Best of all, he'll guide us in there. Sounds like a perilous place, but we're bound to follow. Well, me and Muscles are. We'll clear out any monsters, so you can follow after us, if you choose to. Oh. I thought okay, this is the answering quarter and that's the ruling quarter. I thought they went to the more dangerous, the more dangerous part, like towards the back. Or maybe they did and they went like all the way around or something. Wasn't this game getting a remake? Like, the one that the famous Alexandria Castle or whatever is from? Final Fantasy... was that 10 or 11? I'm pretty sure it was getting a remake, the one with the castle and everything. Or was it? Still haven't heard any news about that, I don't think. Where is he? Where indeed? Pishkaw, Uplander good gobby friend, adamantite more precious than jingly shine, gives me great happiness. Pishko ho ho, that's a new one. Professor, lend us your eyes. Do you see Hatchland? Captain. Hatchland, can you hear me? Okay, I looked down. Could I have seen him if I, like, looked even further or closer to the wall? I don't think I looked quite at this angle, but Maybe it just like spawned in for this cutscene. Keep watch. Kem, last I remember I was fallen, and why'd you come after me? Do you really need me to tell you why, Raider? I'm so sorry, Captain. I never should have run off like that. If I'd only listened. We've a black mark on our record thanks to you, and you'll pay for it. But that can wait until you've healed. Gods above, the professor did all that for me. Pishkar, Uplander gives me desire of my heart, what I'm longly searching for. For adamantite, I would do it again. Yes, even with the risk of painful falling. There's a good thing you got off with only a painful fall in Hatchlin. If the professor hadn't dug up that ore, he might not have found you alive. Professor, thank you. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. That's denied. I think I owe you a tale. About my brother, Gevard. He joined my raiders around the same age as you, and he was every bit as cocky. Wouldn't back down from a fight, nor take an order. But he was my blood. I did my best to rein him in, but it wasn't enough. And one day he went too far. It was just up in the Western Highlands. His temper cost one raider's life, and put the rest in mortal danger, but off he ran all the same. So, I left him. I had to. He died alone, and it broke my heart as a brother. But I'd do it again. It was the right decision. As the captain. Damn. That's actually pretty brutal. Just kind of had to leave him to run away. I'm glad we could save you, Ashlyn. Life, it don't give many chances like this. Well, that's enough of that. Muscles help a lot up. Let's follow our merchant friend out there. Or out of here. Professor, I have one last task for you. Could you drop this off with Midnight Dew? Wouldn't sit well with me to leave her unrewarded for her help. I already knew that his brother died in the mining accident or whatever, or not mining accident. In the adventuring accident or whatever you'd call it. But the way that it went down is, I don't know. Having to abandon someone like that just because they ran off. Well, what happened with that missing lad? We found him. Thank the 12 you found him. I appreciate this suit as well. The captain knows me too well. We go back a ways, and I know he'd have taken it hard if he'd lost a raider. Can't say I knew he had a brother, though. Mourn a few folk go missing in the Western Highlands. What'd you say his name was again? Gevard. Gevard? I knew him. He was here. Called himself a failed sellsword. He was dragging himself up the road when the Gobbies found him. They nursed him back to health, and he served Idleshire loyally in exchange for their kindness. He taught the Gobbies how to defend themselves. He died fending off an army, or fending off enemy advances on the settlement, and they gave him a hero's burial for it. Tell Heinrich, would you? He deserves to know. What a weird little wrinkle at the very end. What'll Heinrich say when you tell him his brother lived? I mean, he lived, but he also died. I mean, I guess he, like, lived on to become well respected. More than just, like, dying in an accident. I guess that is, like, a plus. We just have to be very careful, like, how we phrase this, because if we start by telling the story by saying, like, your brother actually lived, then that would give him hope that he's still alive. You'd have to, like, somehow phrase it to say that he died differently. In a way that's, like, eloquently put or something. What? Gevhard lived? Yes, emphasis on the past tense, lived. But I left him. For years he's haunted me. Who he could have been. If only I'd been harder on him. But now that I know he didn't die of failure, I can lay his memory to rest. Thank you, Professor, for this. And for Hatchlin. Huh. You're really something, you know. A man starts to think of becoming a miner when he sees all the good you've done with your pickaxe. Just between us, I think it's time for Hatchin to leave the nest. Keeping him near only clips his wings in the long run. I'll miss him, but he'll be happier as a venturer. Lads and I can stay here forever neither, or can't stay here forever neither. The world is wide, and sellswords are needed everywhere. We'll be the most famous company in all Eorzea. Just you wait and see. But no matter where we go, we'll never forget you, Professor. The miner of Oshan's raiders. I like these guys. It'd be fun to see them again, even though I probably will never get the chance to. Just kind of forgotten forever in the Heavensward quests. And that's it. Okay. Then I guess we can retire over here. Which is actually good, because the next episode is going to be the beginning of the Relic Tool quests. And hopefully we can finish those in a pretty quick amount of time. I've been doing this planning for the Relic Tools in advance for quite a while now, so I'm pretty sure I should be able to get through them in at maximum 2 episodes. Which normally they should take a lot longer, but with the way things are now, with like the levels you can reach as a gatherer slash what's it called? Forger? No. Gatherer slash crafter, that's what they're called. As a gatherer slash crafter, you can actually breeze through those quests pretty easily, for the most part. But I guess we'll see how it plays out, and hopefully not more than 2 episodes. That would be a good time to take a break.